ACC Network Baseball is on the airwaves on this Saturday at Dick Howser Stadium. Game 2 between Florida State 8th-ranked Noles taking on the Irish of Notre Dame. Little football being played, staying loose for the Irish. Yesterday was all about Florida State. Game 1 belonged to Wes Mendez and the Noles. Wes was simply sensational. 6 innings, his 4th quality start of the season, 7 strikeouts, a pro-like performance, and he got some help from his teammates as well. Nate Schmela take a bow, 3 hits, 3 ribbies, and the defense behind him, Cal Fisher, a couple of really nice plays at third base, and then John Stutzer and Eli Putnam provided the boom. Couple 3-run homers, and the Seminoles aided Wes Mendez with their 26th victory of the year, 10th ACC win of the year, 11-0, a run rule in 7 innings. Xavier Hirsch, pretty good for the Irish, but it was all about Mendez, who went 6 strong innings. Stutzer and Putnam hitting a couple of home runs, 11 runs and 13 hits to be exact for Florida State. And with that, we welcome you inside the booth. That's Chris Chavez, the All-American at Florida State. I'm Mario Masudi, a pleasure to be with you. Wes Mendez got the job done in Game 1. A Seminole team looked about as good offensively as we've seen all year without Miles Bailey.
Yeah, it was a great combination from the Noles together. They pitched great, they played great defense, and they swung the bats, and that's really what you need in Game 1 of a series to get it started.
So the Noles had their ace on the bump yesterday. Notre Dame has their ace, Jack Riddell, on the bump here today in Game 2. They've been doing that over the last couple of weeks, trying to get him back to maybe moving to Fridays in the future, but he's on the hill here today against Florida State. A great combo between him and Beard.
Yeah, and you look at his numbers, and they've been outstanding all year for him, but you also got a guy in Trey Beard for the Noles who can come out and shut down an offense just as well. This could be a pitcher's duel for sure.
And the transfer from FAU, the top pitching arm in the portal available this offseason, chose Florida State. You see his numbers over the last couple of weeks. The ERA has started to tick north a little bit, but he's got to locate that fastball because he is a changeup specialist. Talking to Mike Opposey, Florida State's pitching coach, they're trying to figure out a way to decipher and be more deceptive with his 4-pitch mix as he starts off with a strike to Drew Berkeley.
Yeah, but we say it all the time with pitchers. It's all about fastball command to me. If he can locate that fastball today, the changeup's going to be just that much more effective.
You see the changeup has the ability to manipulate it up in the zone, down in the zone, and in any count as the lineup for Notre Dame. A little bit different than what we had yesterday. We'll get to that in a moment. Lifted, right center. Hit pretty well, has some carry to the wall, and it's gone! Drew Berkeley in an 0-2 hole leaves the yard, and the Irish strike first.
Tell you what, right there, you know, like you said, 0-2, too good of a pitch, 0-2, but still thought it was a pretty good pitch. Not the best where you want it up, but still that wind is whipping out to dead center field, and he got that ball up in the air, and it just kept carrying.
Good start for the Irish against Beard. And for Berkeley, that's home run number 5 on the year, and you do see it. Definitely wind aided to the deepest part of the park, but he did hit it hard.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour off the bat.
So a solo home run has Notre Dame ahead 1-0. As Noah Coy steps in, he'll bat second. Takes a ball, first 4 in the order. Not different from what we saw yesterday for the Irish. The shortstop takes a strike on the outside corner.
And that's where you need to see that fastball from Beard is down in the zone like that.
Quattrani will follow Coy. Waters and Brestevich. Lee, Passo, Logan, and Z. As now a hit by pitch, and Beard not off to the ideal start here in Game 2.
You're going to see Posey come out and have a word with him, calm him down. You know, one of the things that was really big about Beard is his composure on the mound, and even last outing you saw it a little bit, kind of getting a little frustrated with himself. Here's the home.
Take a look here, Chavi, is that ball out to, that is the deepest part of Hauser. It's center field that starts to angle into right center. And Dowd really ran out of room pretty quickly.
Right, you just saw him. He kept drifting on the ball. It kept going, like we said, with that wind up there, and he got it up in the air above the roof, and it just kept carrying.
Mark Quattrani, the junior from Philly. 5'11", began his career at Cornell. Good numbers on the year, 346. Hits it on the ground, could be two. Frazier to McCulley, and on the turn, Seminoles pick up the twin killer. And so that's the response you wanted to see from Beard, letting his defense go to work. And athletic up the middle for the Seminoles, arguably the best middle infield combination they have for Frazier and McCulley defensively. And you've seen both guys play on both sides, shortstop and second this season. But the athleticism and the rolling of a double play, huge for the Noles.
Yeah, it was big for Beard. Again, great fastball command on that one. Got the ball down and got exactly what you're looking for, a ground ball.
There's Putnam at first base. Dino Waters fouls it back. Will be a name to keep an eye on for draft boards next season. Bino has really impressed in South Bend each of the first 2 years. Going to be a tough play here. McCulley was in the grass. And that one skips underneath his glove. It's a routine play if McCulley's lined up normal, but he was playing in right field, essentially.
Yeah, this is a hit all the way. You see him come in. He knows the only chance he has here is to barehand this, and it's a do-or-die play, and nothing you can really do about it. It's a tough break.
First pitch strike to the 5-hole hitter, Brestevich. Check down to first base. Interesting. Looked like he actually might have gone. Definitely had a notion to swing. Paseo ball. 1-1. Brestevich's numbers, a pair of hits yesterday in game one. Some groans from the crowd who wanted a strike there at the bottom of the zone.
Beard wanted a strike as well. See him shaking his head there.
Home plate umpire today is Joseph Blumenauer. 2-1. Maybe a makeup call on the inside corner. All things equal, it's 2-2. Beard trying to escape with just one run. Giving up. Terrific changeup that Brestevich did a nice job just staying alive. 7th multi-hit game of the season for Parker Brestevich.
Yeah, and he gets
rewarded in game one.
Yeah, and he gets rewarded by getting bumped up in the lineup here.
2-2 to the changeup again, and got the strikeout on the swing and a miss. So Trey Beard gives up a home run, but his defense and a strikeout and the inning. Birkland, though, running it out of the yard to put Notre Dame up.
Yeah, good way to start for Notre Dame. Like you said, got a good pitch on 0-2 and able to drive it out dead center, get Notre Dame on the board first.
The difference in Hauser's not. So Jack Riddell on the bump. for Notre Dame. And he's got a 1-0 lead. His offense gives him a chance to pitch with the lead right out of the gate from South Dakota. The junior was actually recruited to Notre Dame by Link Jarrett in his time in South Bend. And since then, Riddell has gotten better every year, now being projected late first round, early second round in this summer's draft. He simply does everything well.
He does, and you tell you, he's a 5-pitch mix guy from the right side, big frame, big bodied, and look at the numbers. They speak for themselves, under a 1 whip. Noles are in for a tough one today.
And Riddell's done it against some really good lineups this season. Virginia, North Carolina. Through 6 shutout innings against UCF. Against the Cavaliers last weekend. 7 innings against that lineup. 2 earned runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. An ERA under 3 on the year. First pitch is off Riddell right to the first baseman. Talk about lucky.
Talk about the luck of the Irish.
And Dylan Passo says, thank you very much. Steps on the bag to retire Dowd, who just shakes his head as he goes back to the dugout.
I mean, this ball's 100 miles an hour off the bat. Right back up the box. I mean, you couldn't get a better bounce right there to your first baseman. Might as well just fielded it and flipped it to him.
It looks like Riddell's okay as well. You always are a little concerned when a ball ricochets off a pitcher. To Chase Williams' first pitch, and he laces it into left field. It loops in front of Berkland. And so the Noles early on, aggressive against the offerings of Riddell, who only has 11 walks on the season. And he's not coming in there to try and nibble. He attacks Williams, able to get the Noles on the board with a hit.
Yeah, an hanging off-speed pitch there, and Williams slaps it into left field, like you said, with a line drive. Now Riddell, different thought process here. You got a guy with wheels at first.
First pitch to Carnes, misses. Riddell will run the fastball up into the upper 90s. He'll live about 93 to 95, touches some 7s and 8s, and he adds and subtracts when he needs it to go along with 4 secondary offerings that all register as above average on the major league scale. They'll check back to Williams, who, by the way, on the year 9 for 12 on would-be stolen base attempts. Sun glistening off the shades of Williams. Crowd filing in for game 2. 1-0 to Carnes. There goes Chase. To the backhand side, Quattroni throw down. Williams has it easily.
I'll tell you what, that's the one thing with Williams, too. He comes in so hard. Sometimes he has slid past the bag. Here he's able to hold on. Moving so fast, you see that hand staying on the bag.
Found it interesting. Chase Williams in ACC play. Coming into the game, hitting .311. 14 for 45. Now you can make it 15 for 46. He wants third base. It bounces in there, and Chase slides in with another stolen bag.
I mean, that is an unbelievable jump right here from Chase Williams. I don't care if it had been right to the catcher. He had no shot. You see this jump. I mean, he times this perfect. As soon as that head turns to go to home, he's gone.
2-1. Misses the outside corner. Riddell has 2 breaking balls. Changeup and a cutter to go along with the fastball. Big shift on the left side of the infields. And maybe patient and cautious with Carnes, sets up the double play. Carnes did not expand his own zone, and he works the walk. Just the 12th of the year for Riddell.
And again, we talked about it. You put wheels on the bases like you did with Williams. It makes him start thinking about things he doesn't want to have to usually think about. And it can change the way a pitcher approaches.
Nate Schmela, 3 hits and 3 ribbies yesterday for Florida State. Hit on the hands, 94. And fouled back. Schmela has battled injury off and on really over the last 6 months, dating back into off-season. But in ACC play, Schmela's hitting .344 this season as you see the batting order for the Noles. RBI opportunity here for Schmela. 0-1. Nice pitch there.
Good breaking ball. Throws Schmela right there.
Schmela 11 for 32 on the year in ACC play. Batting .317 overall in 60 at-bats on the year. Here's the 0-2. Riddell looking for a punch-out. Ground ball up the middle. It's going to get through. We're tied as Williams touches home and Schmela's hot weekend continues.
Yeah, I said it with Beard in the first batter of the game. Too good of a pitch on 0-2. Same thing right here for Riddell. Way too good of a pitch, 0-2. Right down the middle. Schmela hits it right back up the box, driving in a run, tie this game up.
How about the response from Florida State? In the first 9 pitches, they've been aggressive. And the only out of the inning was a screamer back up the middle from Dowd on the very first pitch of the game that ricocheted to Passo, the first baseman. And now John Stutzer. First pitch, fastball at the knees. Florida State fans excited about the potential of a John Stutzer. 5'11" freshman, 3-run homer yesterday. As he fouls that one back, and the juice is so easy for Stutzer. They call him Stutz. And you see why the tools are so highly regarded by those around the game of baseball as he continues to play just baseball every day going forward.
Yep. I mean, you're seeing just the development of what you see from a potential superstar.
Shoots this, pull side. That's going to get through. Rounding third is Carnes. Throw to the plate, cut off. And it's an RBI single for John Stutzer as the Seminoles have played it a pair against one of the best pitchers in the league here in the first.
A great job right there by third base coach Ty McGahee, putting the pressure on the left fielder right there. Sending Carnes, never had a doubt right there off the bat. See here, Stutzer reaching out and getting that 0-2 breaking ball and able to get it through that 5-hole right there. Carnes never slowing down. Good job by McGahee getting on the line. Carnes sliding in home, giving FSU 2-1 lead.
Mound visit here for Notre Dame. Talk some things over. That's Seth Volz, the pitching coach. Sean Stifler, the head coach in his 4th year. And what's that conversation like, do you think, for Riddell? Because he's been outstanding all year. Comes in as the guy for Notre Dame. Early on, Florida State's got a pretty good plan against him. How does he go back to the drawing board himself to adjust?
Well, I mean, again, it comes back to location, where you're putting pitches. I mean, 0-2 mistake right down the middle. That one, I don't think he got too much of where Stutzer could reach it. He would like to have that ball a little bit further down. So just still be himself. Try not to overdo anything, change things too much.
Cal Fisher had a nice game 1 of the series. 2 hits and 4 opportunities. The junior from Deerfield, Wisconsin. Couple of home runs on the year, both in ACC play. And the Noles making Riddell work. The Seminoles have really worked on 2-strike approach, and that was good to see from Stutzer. Change the approach. You're not looking for anything to drive, just to get the barrel on the ball. As this 2-0 hit to left center with some steam. That's back, and it's off the wall. Rounding third, Schmela. They slam on the brakes, but it's an RBI double for Cal Fisher.
Tell you what, great job from Cal Fisher here too. Way ahead in the count, 2-0. Sitting fastball, gets it at 93, jumps all over to 105 off the bat, left center field gap. Another run for the Noles, 3-1. Getting the stadium going.
still threatening. As Gabe Frazier steps in, takes the first pitch for a strike. Runners on second and third, 3 runs are home right out of the gate for Florida State. 1 down in the inning. The 0-1 to the Seminole shortstop. And on the hands, fouled back. And it's 0-2. Frazier, couple of hits in game 1. Scored a run as well, 2 for 4. See the average now north of 300. Limited opportunities as he gets back in the lineup on a daily basis. 0-2, hit hard. On the ground to second, that's going to be effective. As it's an RBI, Frazier happy, clapping his hands back to the dugout. Stutzer scores. That's the type of execution Florida State wants to see with runners at third and less than 2 down.
Yeah, productive outs. I mean, there are things that people need to understand. That's a quality at bat right there. Did his job, got another run in for the Noles.
4-1 Florida State. How about that? Don't know if we saw this coming.
We definitely didn't. I definitely said this could be a pitcher's duel before the game started, and eating the words now.
On the outside corner to Putnam.
Good breaking ball. 83, backed it up.
Putnam, left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It's hooking, and it is foul. Chavi, go ahead and give him the metrics on that one.
I mean, I can tell you the metrics that they need to know. Riddell doesn't need to throw that pitch there again.
I'll tell you, 419 estimated distance. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Putnam. Just misses. 95 with the fastball. Eli hit his 6th home run of the year in game 1. Interesting enough, 5 of his 6 home runs have come in ACC play, as the Noles are putting together quality at-bats against Riddell. I saw him earlier in the dugout today, and he smiled. He goes, "Thanks for calling it on the broadcast, you guys." He said, "I really do need to get going, though." He understands that this team needs him. Now playing first base in place of Miles Bailey. Full count. Skies it. First base side. Foul territory, and it's onto the netting. And you got to believe, right, for a guy like Putnam, who comes to Tallahassee with all the accolades, and the stats are loud with what he did at Davidson. 35 home runs in his career each of the last 2 seasons with the Wildcats.
I mean, 19 alone last year.
Yeah. There's the 3-2. Hits this hard into right field, right at Jace Lee. Another good at bat. Florida State's outs were loud in the inning, and they put up a 4 spot. They saw Jack Riddell very well. 4-1 as we head to the second here in game 2. Trey Beard back on the hill for Florida State. 18 pitches in the first inning. Responded well to the shaky start and got some quality defense behind him from his middle infields.
This is where you need a really quick inning from Beard. You want to get Riddell back out there as fast as possible in this heat. And after having the long inning he just had.
Jace Lee, Dylan Passo, Brandon Logan. Due up here is a strikeout to start the inning off.
That's how you started off right there. 3 pitches, sit down.
Batting 7th, first baseman, number 21, Dylan Passo.
Now Dylan Passo in there. First pitch strike. To Paso getting the start today. Paso's numbers this season against lefties, 4 for 10. Limited opportunities, but batting .400. Must have been something, too, that Notre Dame liked in their scouting and prep for this week against the offerings of Beard that Paso could maybe take advantage of, or they felt like he could have some success against. Here's the 2-1 that's due. Slow roller. Again, McCulley playing really deep, coming in on it, and this time able to make the play.
That's 2 now that Seminoles setting up this defense might want to rethink this. Like, we might not want him so far back. Good job by McCulley coming in and getting it.
And you wonder what Florida State's chart says about some of these at-bats and maybe trying to take the hard hit ball away.
And this is exactly what I thought you'd see right here. 2 quick outs from Beard. They want to give Riddell some more time to rest after that long inning. So you're getting a timeout called right here from Notre Dame, kind of slow the inning down.
Really good crowd here on hand for game 2. Florida State softball playing as well. Across the way. And Joanne Graff at 3 o'clock today against North Carolina. I think some Seminole fans are ready to get this show on the road. What's that like, Chavi, when you come out, you don't have your best stuff maybe early, you make a mistake, the other team takes advantage. First pitch strike to Logan, but then your offense comes out and gives you a 4 spot. What does that do to reset your mind?
Man, it takes that monkey off your back a little bit, because right there you're starting to put a little pressure on yourself and going, man, not again. And then right there it's just a relief. Everything's been let go. He's come out, looks so much better. First batter, 3 pitches. Gets 2-1 on the next guy, executes a pitch, 2 quick outs.
You see the feel for the changeup from Beard. Count is 1-2. Brandon Logan from Fort Wade, Indianapolis. 3-star recruit in football as well as a safety. Will play for the Irish next fall. 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him with a punchy, the changeup for strikeout number 3 on the afternoon. And that's what you want it to look like if you're Florida State, and Trey Beard sets him down 1-2-3.
And there's your signature pitch from Beard, is that changeup. Came out this inning, executing his pitches, getting the Noles back in the dugout quickly to let that offense try to get some more runs back on the board.
Back here at Hauser, Florida State leading 4-1 over Notre Dame. For more on Jack Riddell, we welcome the 3rd member of our crew, Ansley Topchick.
Jack Riddell used to be the bat boy for his older brother Gus, and that's where the love of the game really began. And Coach Stifler saying that Jack is the best he's ever seen at making something important in that moment, whether it's a mechanical adjustment or a correction. And Jack credits his big brother to that work ethic and drive to get better each and every day. And as a former pitcher, Chris, what does Jack need to be telling himself right now?
Well, right here, and you see it, he got the bad break right here, makes a good pitch. Ball just ducks in, and sometimes in this game it can be very cruel with what happens and how balls fall and what things are, but you just have to bounce back. Don't let things get to you. It's a new inning. Go about it 1 batter at a time, and I think that's what you're going to see from him. He's polished in what he's done. He knows how to do this. He's been through the battles before. I think he'll bounce back.
I was going to joke, Riddell was probably saying, dang it, man, somebody catch that ball.
Well, I'm sure he was saying
Come on
that.
now. Could be thinking, curse word, something, curse word. Are you kidding me?
Well,
yeah, baseball's cruel sometimes.
It is.
And so far today, it has not been kind to Riddell. Florida State's had a terrific approach against one of the best pitchers in the league. They've mixed being aggressive with seeing pitches. And Link Jarrett's and his staff has really gone to work over the last 2 weeks of trying to put together quality at-bats, helping the guys understand pitch recognition, and especially 2-strike approach.
Right.
Once you get there.
And look, let's be honest too, though, with all of this. I mean, no matter how good you are, the great thing about the game of baseball is on any given day, you might not have your stuff, and if someone takes advantage of it, it just is what it is. I mean, it's just going to happen. And so that's what makes this game so much fun.
Ironically enough, is McCulley there at first base. His numbers in ACC play are actually quite good. Now batting nearly .280 in league play for Florida State. And that was one of the pieces after Miles Bailey went down that reorganized and reshifted the infield. They got McCulley in there on a daily basis. You know what you get from a guy like Dowd on your screen, right? Consistent at bats. But what the Noles do at the bottom of the order might dictate if they can get back to Omaha or not this season. As Dowd lifts it, left field. Will that get out of play? It will. Gave it a pretty good ride as well, opposite field.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday in the broadcast as well. That bottom third of the lineup, you're right, is going to be very key for this team moving forward. And just being a little bit more productive and getting those quality at bats.
What stood out to me today was this is the first time in a while we've seen the Noles go to the same lineup and same defensive alignment back-to-back days.
Yep.
Runner going, swing and a miss there. Nope, caught a piece. Dowd able to stay alive. McCulley's going to have to trot back to first. But to the point of playing the same guys now 2 days in a row, Florida State teams had to figure its chemistry out within the order, in the fields, really for large parts now of 2 months. So trying to figure out what works consistently could be a key to the season. As Link Jarrett saw them on your screen there. Runner going again. Noles trying to put something in play here and in motion as Dowd continues to spoil it off.
And this, I mean, again, we say it time and time again. It's almost like a broken record with Dowd, how he is as a leadoff guy and what he does, fighting pitches off, seeing the ball well. And again, right here, already at pitch number 7 or 8 in this at bat.
See what McCulley does. At first base on the full count, he's going. And the ball is down low. A walk here for Dowd. Puts 2 on with nobody out. You don't see this from Riddell very often. And this guy had 11 walks on the year coming in and already 2 today.
Yeah, you see him talking to himself out there. He's frustrated with himself because, again, he knows how good of a pitcher he is. He knows what his stuff usually like. And sometimes you just don't have it, and you just never know. Coming from Notre Dame and the weather that they've had, getting in this heat like it is today.
Williams puts it down. Good luck with this. He's safe. Riddell actually made a much better play and throw. Showing you good athleticism to get to it, but that's just what Williams can do. And an evolving part of his game.
Yeah, and again, he gets a pitch right here. It looks like it's almost like a defensive, bunt right here. But again, you're sacrificing yourself. You get that on base, that's just a bonus. But you're right, Riddell actually makes a really good play right here. Whew, that's a really close play too. This juncture in the game might not be a bad idea to review it, but Notre Dame not going to.
I see a herd of Irish running down to the bullpen there. And Jack Riddell is on the ropes now. Florida State looking for a knockout punch early. The Irish actually led after a Drew Berkland home run to start the game off. And the Noles responded with 4 runs. Now they've loaded the bases in the second with nobody out.
And you can just see Riddell today just doesn't have his normal stuff. Doesn't have the fastball command.
Mighty hack from Hunter Carnes. Was that a breaking ball that he left up? evens at 1-1. Carnes' numbers, 333 on the year. Now 2-1. Carnes 0 for 4 yesterday, but did score 2 runs. Had 3 hits against Stetson on Tuesday in the midweek. As he laces this to center field, caught by Berkland. Noles are going to tag as McCulley comes in. The throw went to the cutoff man. And a 105-mile-an-hour exit velocity from Carnes is a sac fly.
And you said it earlier, and we talk about it time and time again. Quality outs. Do what you need to do when you have guys in scoring position. That's exactly what Hunter Carnes did there. Line drive to center field to drive in another run.
Five earned runs now for Jack Riddell as a check back into second base. This is the most earned runs Jack Riddell has given up this season. Gave up 4 earned runs twice against Louisville and NC State. Now, mind you, I look at his numbers, and where he has had some troubles, if any, this season have been on the road. At Louisville, at NC State, and now at Florida State. He's really punished teams at Frank Eck Field in South Bend. Riddell's 1-0. This is the inside corner. Against North Carolina back on March 28th, 3 earned runs in 6 innings, a quality start. 1 walk, 10 strikeouts against that Tar Heel lineup.
That's saying something. That's a good lineup, too.
The Tar Heel team has another check. North Carolina beat Georgia Tech last night to snap the Jackets' 13-game winning streak. And as I was driving to the park today, Carolina was up 7-0 in Game 2. In a battle of top fives over at the Bosch in Chapel Hill. Here at Hauser, it's been all Florida State. As 2-0 misses 3-0.
You see it's Dow's putting a little concern too right here in Riddell. Picked twice. You see Dow just kind of messing with him every time he's looking at him.
No green light there, doesn't need it. And another walk from Riddell. Ties his season high in walks with 3. He just simply doesn't have it.
Yeah, and it just like I said, it happens sometimes. You have games like this.
He has been such a consistent for Notre Dame as well.
Might get a change right now, possibly.
You can see he's drenched on that field. It's hot down there today. Feels like almost 90 in Tallahassee, which means on the artificial turf, you're pushing triple digits.
Yep. And in those uniforms too, that dark blue.
That Seminole crowd might be used to the heat, but it doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't. Even for us, we, been in
no
Florida
one's ever
our whole
used
lives.
to it.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
You never are used to it. Just like folks from the cold in the north.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe they handle it and are more prepared. The cold is cold. Hot is hot.
Yep.
Bases are loaded full of Seminoles again. 1 down in the inning. John Stutzer awaits the first pitch. That's been something today Riddell hasn't had, is a first pitch strike.
Yeah, that's like I said, just the fastball command just hadn't been there. And then for where he's not able to go to the other pitches as much as he'd like as well.
Finds the zone that time. Stutzer the single in the first inning, brought home a run. Now has hits in 7 of his last 8 games. And has hit 3 home runs in his last 4 games. Chops at that one, foul, heads up in the camera well. Look at the equipment. I think we're all good down there. There you are. Glad to see you're in one piece. Showed good athleticism getting out of the way. Riddell ahead 1-2. Ooh. Almost went to the backstop as Quattrani had to go high to get it. On the ground is short. Could this be two? To the bag at second for one. Stutzer beats it out, and a run scores. The speed of John Stutzer keeps the inning alive as Florida State adds to the lead.
Great hustle from Stutzer there. Getting another run for the Noles.
Cal Fisher with two down, runner going. Throw down to second base, tag applied, but just behind as Stutzer got his hand on the bag before. Another stolen base for Florida State. They have had some success this weekend against Quattrani behind the dish.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how much this is on Quattrani. Riddell is kind of slow to the plate. Another great jump from a Seminole here, stealing the bag. But that puts also Riddell at pitch 50.
Lifted out to left field by Fisher. Berkland, full sprint running in. Down to a knee on the slide to secure the ball. Florida State adds two more here in the second. And we go to the third. Florida State leading Notre Dame here in game two. Got to get the fans out, and Hauser knows it. It's hot here today. Middle of April, starts to feel like summer pretty quickly. At Dick Hauser Stadium, pretty soon, the walk back to your car from this booth, Chavi, will need you airing out and maybe changing into a different shirt. Jamie Z fouls it off the 0-1 the other way, and it's 0-2. It'll be Z, Berkland, Coy. 9-1-2 for Notre Dame here in the third. Florida State leads 6-1. 4 runs in the first and 2 in the second. 0-2. Got him fishing.
And just like he started the second inning, strikeout on 3 straight pitches. You see this great location on this changeup here. Just down outer third. He'd thrown Z 2 fastballs in a row. Dropping in that changeup, man, it's disgusting.
One-0 misses, and it's 2-0. Trey Beard's got 4 strikeouts today, and all of them have come in the last 5 batters. Went to the changeup that time on the 2-0. Berkland lifts it high in the infields. Frazier battles the sun and makes the grab. First pitch strike to Noah Coy.
I'll tell you what, Beard's doing exactly what you're supposed to do, man. You got the lead, attack, get first pitch strike. He is filling it up right now.
Rare breaking ball from Beard. You do see it from time to time. They worked really hard on that breaking ball when he arrived at Florida State. Back-to-back balls. Make it 2-1. Micah Posey, Drew Linder on your screen there. Now 3-1.
Yeah, what there looked like the cutter he was trying to throw right there.
Coy on the ground. McCulley gobbles it up. And another 1-2-3 inning for Trey Beard. Florida State's offense is rolling in support of Beard, who has started to settle down. Here as we move to the bottom of the third in game 2. Beautiful backdrop of Dick Hauser Stadium, and behind it, Doak Campbell. It's game 2 between Florida State and Notre Dame. Noles took game 1, 11-0 in 7 innings, and lead in game 2, 6-1. Gabe Frazier will lead it off for Florida State in the third. Had a quality at bat in the first on an RBI groundout. One misses high and outside. Tries to lay down the bunt and fouls it back. 1-2. Like the cleats there from Frazier. Matches the garnet trim well.
Right.
To the back foot of Frazier, and it misses. Two popped up. Frazier's 2-2 fouled, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, good battle here with Frazier and Riddell.
Riddell's 2-2. Yeah, Frazier staying alive. Good at bat, Bruin. High and away, 3-2.
Really good at bat here from Frazier, foughting off some good pitches, laying off some stuff.
Full count. Frazier stays alive. Man, Florida State has just put together some phenomenal at-bats here early on against Riddell.
They're really battling there, getting deep in counts.
Loops this out to left field. It's dropping. Berkland, it gets behind him. And Frazier's going to be running for days. He pulls up at second. We'll see what they rule it.
I mean, got to rule it a double. I mean,
I don't think Berkland touched the ball.
no, he dove for it too, either way. I mean, it's a tough play. Again, another Bad luck for Riddell, though. Makes a good pitch. Knowles just finding it, getting everything to drop right now. You see here, just flares it in there. Good effort right here. That's a double all the way.
Well, he just laid it.
I think he realized when he dove, he was trying to knock the ball down.
That's one of those, I got it, no, I don't. Not close, actually. Gabe Frazier says, thank you very much. I'll take second base. So they give him a double. 1-0 to Puck. Oh, Frazier leaning, and he's out. Blake Jarrett going to ask for a review. You got a couple challenges. You're up 5. Frazier was definitely leaning. Now the question is, did he get his hands back on the bag?
And again, you can't usually trust, too much emotion in it for the player.
I think it's worth the challenge.
Yeah,
you got a couple of them.
Well, and you got a guy at second with nobody out. You'd like to get another run across. It's just off the screen. We can't tell. There we go. Hey, there's that extra hop he took. Actually, a good move right here.
And again, that's just not an angle that's going to help us.
Yeah, definitely not. And again, if that's the only angle they have, they're not overturning this call. Here's a good one.
Maybe the best one that we got. Let's see.
If he's now there, I mean, you just can't tell is he on the bag or not yet. If he is, and he doesn't touch but his arm, I mean, it's enough to overturn it though. But it
is bang bang.
It really is.
And again, worth the challenge.
Yeah.
Worth a second look.
Especially after seeing that angle right there, it definitely is. That's why I think it's also taken this long for them to look it over. There we go.
So I stick with the call. And Frazier erased off the base paths with a pickoff.
It's actually really, that's a big out right there for Riddell and Notre Dame. Had him back on the ropes again already right there.
Off the end of the bat. Pop up. And an inning quickly now with 2 outs. Second baseman Carter McCulley, his second at bat of the game. And Riddell starts off with a strike.
Yeah, good breaking ball there.
Oh boy. Caught the zone, I guess. It's
Ball
0-2.
Yeah, ball looked up a little bit, but borderline.
And the 0-2. Now 1-2. Get a couple of sarcastic strikes yelled out from the Animals. Down here to our right. 1-2. Fouled back.
Good swing from McCulley right there, all over that pitch.
Amazingly enough, Riddell came in top 10 in the ACC in strikeouts, has yet to record one today. 3 walks. He's given up 7 hits and 6 earned runs, a season high. On the ground, a third. Verstevich makes the play, and so for the first time today, aided by a base running mistake, Riddell able to get out of the inning. And it's 6-1 as we head to the 4th. Florida State leading 6-1 here as we begin the 4th inning. Noles were able to pick up those 6 runs in the first 2 innings off Jack Riddell, who did put up a 0 though in the 3rd. See if Notre Dame can find some momentum. It has been easy sailing for Trey Beard each of the last 2 innings. This is who you would want up if you're the Irish. Quattrani and Bino Waters, followed by Verstevich. And on the hands, with a fastball at 92, something that Beard has been working on, as you see Quattrani's numbers and line for today. Trying to mix in that fastball more often to set up the changeup.
And he's been getting ahead 0-1 with it.
Another swing and a miss for a strikeout and a throwdown for the putout.
And that time Beard going with the breaking ball. Like you said, hadn't been throwing a lot, but it's mixed in a little bit more today than we've seen.
And Chavi, when you're a specialist like Beard is, the changeup's so good. And no matter how good it is, eventually a scouting report turns into lineups just sitting on it. How does the coaching staff, because it is a team that goes in on his outings, not just Beard's execution, but the way you call the game. How do you go about trying to mix in 2, 3, 4 pitches to try and get opposing hitters off of the changeup and allow it to play up?
You have to do exactly what you said. You have to mix them in. You have to show it.
That time Waters got a hold of it deep to left center and didn't miss. The fastball, they tried to mix it in, and Waters showing you why he's so talented. A solo shot.
I'll tell you what, 106 off the bat, the other way, showing the strength that he's got. The stuff you kind of saw with Miles Bailey with FSU, going the other way like that with power.
Bino does have reverse slips. Better hitter against lefties than righties. Coming into the weekend, he was .364 against lefties. And that solo home run trims the deficit to 4.
Change up just a little off the plate.
For Bino Waters, that's home run number 8 of the year. And now Bino on a 6-game hitting streak has reached base in 21 consecutive games. Good looking sophomore.
Not sure where that pitch was. I think it was right down the middle pretty much. Same pitch. Got the call that time.
Scorched foul by Verstevich. What do you like about this swing? Well, We'll get to it. 3-2. On the ground, Fisher. Deep. At the bag at third. Wow, what a throw.
Great play here by Fisher, too. Knowing the hops, doesn't think he can come get that hop, so he takes those steps back to get the big hop. Makes a great throw. Back-to-back breaking balls from Beard.
Before the home run to Waters, Beard has set down 7 in a row.
Again, you know, look, biggest thing is attacking these hitters, making them earn their what they get. I mean, I get it, it's a home run, but it's a solo home run.
Yeah, no walks today from Beard. Has only given up those 2 solo pumps. And for Beard, if you can get yourself into the 6th inning or into the 7th, and all you've given up is a couple of solo homers, you'll take that every time.
Absolutely.
Good bunt here from Lee. And Florida State's only hope is if it rolls foul, and it does.
Great read right there by Fisher. You think he's been watching, knowing how this ball is going to do what it's going to do right here? You see this, actually a really good bunt. Fisher knows this is the only thing he can do really right here.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Beard, number 6 on the afternoon. And the Seminoles get out of the inning, allowing just 1 run. But Bino Waters, 8th homer of the year. And Notre Dame within 4 as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Florida State leads 6-2 in game 2 against Notre Dame. And you can close the book on Jack Riddell. Notre Dame making a move after 69 pitches from Riddell to Kellen Klosterman. Number 25 there on your screen, the sophomore from Loveland, Ohio. Went to Archbishop Moeller High School, 6'1", 184. Making his 7th appearance of the year. He's going to have to limit the walks.
Yeah.
And again, after Riddell, really Notre Dame pitching staff not their calling card, and has been part of the frustration for Sean Stifler this season. He said our team's a little shook right now. And that has been large in part due to the pitching that has not been consistent. They've tried a numerous amount of different options on the weekend rotation. As Dowd fouls that one away. And for more on Braden Dowd, we'll go down to Ansley.
Coaches and knowing all of the reps he put in, but he also credits his dad's advice. 1 pitch at a time, 1 bat at a time. Focus on the present moment and don't get ahead of yourself. And guys, I feel like a lot of great athletes seem to have that be where your feet are mentality.
Yeah, and he's had to learn on the fly, right? Coming from USC, different conference, a definite uptick in competition in the ACC than the Big Ten. As there's the first strikeout of a Seminole today.
Yeah, that's something you don't see a lot from Dowd either, chasing something up out of the zone like that, especially on a breaking ball.
One down in the inning. There's Chase Williams. Has 2 hits today. Fastball, 95, misses the inside corner. For Williams, another multi-hit game. It started to really come to life in ACC play. That is his 4th multi-hit game in 5 contests now. Should say it cleaner. 4 multi-hit games in the last 5.
There you go.
There you go. Speaking. Very difficult.
Sometimes.
Point being, he's playing well. And the Seminoles are going to need Williams to be at his best if they're going to make it back to Omaha. Ooh. And to show you the dance moves there.
That's right. Move those feet.
Like a Savannah Bananas move.
Oh, electric slide.
Do a push-up. It's a 3-0 count. Here from Klosterman to Williams. Shows bunt, and he pulls back. It's ball 4. Chase has been on base now in all 3 plate appearances.
And again, let's see what it does right here. Klosterman on the mound, knowing he has some speed at first base like this, if it affects his pitches.
Williams definitely thinking second base. It's on his mind. Was leaning a little bit. He's able to dive back in there safely. Dylan Passo will hold him on. Klosterman to the plate. There goes Williams. Throw down. And he's got the bat.
Tell you what, it's a big, big weapon speed. Great, great jump right there by Williams.
3 stolen bases today for Williams, and this is the Chase Williams the coaching staff, his teammates, and Florida State's fan base was expecting to see this season. Again, he had a brutal surgery, right?
Yep.
When you have to clean up a labrum, it changes just about everything, including your swing. So he's gotten himself healthy and back in there, now playing a lot like what we saw to end the year last year.
Well, and not just that, he's worked a lot on the swing and everything else. Beginning of the year, he was falling out so hard towards the first base dugout on his swing. He's really been able to keep his balance better in there from the left side. He's just done a great job working and getting better.
Another check. As Williams has shown you, he will go to third. How much of that learning curve and rust and knocking off some of that rust is due to not playing summer or fall ball?
Well, and like you said, and the surgery itself, and just being able to try to get a good feel for your shoulder again. I mean, that's a big deal. But see, this is also the effect that it has on what he does. You see right now, Klosterman's having a tough time finding the strike zone because he's worried so much on what Williams might be doing over there at second base.
Williams is now up to 12 stolen bases on the year. The guy that many thought would steal 30 bags, no problem, at the beginning of the season. Now 3-0. You do have first base relatively open to set up the double play again. With Schmela, who has been one of Florida State's hottest hitters, on deck, however.
Right now, I wonder if he gets the green light. 3-0 right here.
4-pitch walk. That is the 5th walk for Notre Dame pitching.
Yeah, this has been the tough thing for Klosterman this year. The stuff's good, as you see. I mean, he's 94, 95, but just being able to locate that fastball. This is 13th walk of the year. And only 7 2/3 innings pitched.
Here comes Seth Volz. Came over to Notre Dame from VCU with Sean Stifler a couple years back. Both guys in their 4th seasons. What a job these two did right at VCU. Turned them into one of the best mid-majors really in college baseball. The Rams, a force to be reckoned with, especially offensively. Made a couple of regionals. And Notre Dame did a really nice job after Link Jarrett decided to come to Tallahassee of finding a guy that they could bring in to fit the identity of what being a Notre Dame Fighting Irish means. As that's going to be it for Klosterman. Short stay. Two on, one down. Florida State leading by 4 in the 4th. We'll be right back. New pitcher on the bump for Notre Dame, and the 2nd of the inning. It'll be Radek Burkholz. A graduate, senior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
Again, just his second appearance of the year. Only throwed a 1/3 of an inning.
This is his 5th season with Notre Dame. Most innings thrown were 44 back in 2023. He's also started 5 games in his career. Matter of fact, Shabby, each of the last 2 seasons combined, he's only thrown 1 inning. 1/3 of an inning this season and 2/3 of an inning the year prior to that. The only 1/3 of the inning he threw was back on March 15th at Louisville. He'll face Nate Schmela with 2 on. Check back to 2nd. Williams sliding in.
Tell you what, Chase Williams getting a lot of attention. I think he likes it. Fans not so much.
Burkholz to the plate. Down low. 9 balls in a row from Notre Dame pitching.
Yeah. Animals leading that cheer right there, letting everybody know.
Now 10 in a row. And the crowd having some fun with it now. There's the heartbeat of Dick Hauser Stadium. Front and center. The Animals of Section B. Oh boy. What comes after 10?
A bunch of ones. The crowd, they wanted to be yelling 12. Good breaking ball. There's the strike.
And the 3-1. Both runners go, and it's fouled away. As Williams going to go pick up the ball. Nope. Stopped short, starts running back to second.
I thought he was. I really did. Just knowing him and the way he is, I thought, oh, he's just going to go get this ball. I promise you he was thinking about it.
Williams is at second base. Carnes is at first. It's Shmela, who's catching today, at the plate. And Chase Williams freezing in a modeling position. He's looking for his calendar shot. There they go. And fouled back again. Another strong crowd here this afternoon at Hauser for game 2. Had nearly 6,000 last night. 3-2 pitch. Foul tip. And a strikeout as both runners advance. That is the second out of the inning. Stutzer lifts it to deep center field. Back on the track, he lost it. Oh my goodness. Brandon Logan never saw it. 2 runs are gonna score. And it's an unconventional triple for John Stutzer.
Tell you what, it's been a tough go for Notre Dame defensively right now too, and it's not so much them, they're just losing the ball. I mean, like you said, he never even saw it. Luckily enough, the ball didn't hit him in the head. You know, it happened to him yesterday too at first base. The sun getting in the guy's eyes, losing it, giving up 2 runs.
Now to help Brandon Logan out just a little bit. The ball was hit 99 miles an hour exit velocity with a projected distance of 363. You got to catch that, but it wasn't a can of corn.
It's for this level, it's pretty much a can of corn.
Trying to help him, Javi.
I understand, but you also got to give love to the pitcher too, coming in and doing his job.
I'm not blaming, frustrating, right? Yeah, for this Notre Dame staff.
And I'm not blaming Logan. I mean, you lose balls in the sun, it happens. That is what it is. I mean, he's got the shades on, he's doing everything right. Just sometimes it happens.
There's a strike to Fisher, 1-2. We were talking to Coach Stifler at BP, and he said we just don't pick it up well enough to be able to give ourselves a chance right now. And he said last night Xavier Hirsch threw so well, but he is a ground ball pitcher, and we didn't field it behind him.
And you got to have that, especially when you are a ground ball guy, sinking it up like he does, off-speed stuff down in the zone. You know, I mean, he helped himself out by getting the 8 strikeouts he had, but you definitely got to pick it better.
Coach Stifler said the first 4 runs Florida State scored didn't feel like they had to work very hard for him.
Yeah.
And he's right.
And he is right.
And he said you wake up and 7-run inning later, you're in run rule territory. It happens that quickly. Eight to 2 Florida State. They've scored in 3 of the 4 innings today. And Fisher just in front of that one, fouls it away. Florida State's credit, both times Notre Dame has scored today. That's in the first inning and the fourth. The Noles have responded with runs of their own in the bottom half. Stutzer at third. Full count to Fisher. He stays alive.
Yeah, good job by Fish fighting that pitch off.
Chris, you and I do this on a daily basis for the games at Hauser. Seems like today, this is as good of an approach as we've seen from Florida State. As we've seen really in the last couple of weeks. They're choking up the bat, trying to stay alive with 2 strikes, not trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Pull side, backside, up the middle.
I mean, it's funny when, they say it, hitting's contagious, but it's not just the hitting, it's their approach, like you said, what they're doing. Everyone's kind of doing the same thing, taking pitches, not swinging at stuff that's out of the zone, which they've been doing some this year.
Lee Jarrett's been pretty adamant that it is a season-long grind and approach to trying to teach his guys how to be playing their best baseball by the end of the year. Now that gets a massive wrench thrown in the middle when you lose Miles Bailey. So teams have been peaking in the month of April from the plan that they put in place in February, and the Noles have essentially had to go back and start that over from scratch in some ways. And today being, as Frazier watches that one outside, the first time in almost a month and a half that the Noles have had the same lineup 2 days in a row.
Yeah, and that's makes it sometimes pretty easy for a coach when he knows he can go pencil that in and then not have to stress about, man, what do I need to figure out today?
1-1 now after Frazier. Big hack there.
Yeah, good off-speed pitch from Burkholz there.
You think each of the last 2 seasons for Florida State, the team that went to Omaha and last year's team that was Omaha caliber and lost in 3 games at Oregon State, they had the same lineup for big chunks of that season. Now 1-2, especially in the infield last year when the Noles didn't change much at all. And you had Fisher at third, right? You had Lodis and Farrow up the middle and Miles Bailey at first. He never really changed.
It was automatic. We knew those 4 right there were going to be penciled in every time.
1-2. Now 2-2. So this Seminole team still has plenty of quality. It might just take a roundabout way and a longer path to get to that final destination.
Yeah.
And when you can pitch it like the Noles do, they're going to give you a chance to win games no matter what as you try and become the best version of yourself offensively. That time, Frazier, strikeout victim of Burkholz. The Noles do put together 2 more runs, and they lead 8-2 as we head to the 5th.
Beeping.
This is more of an atmosphere.
Close enough.
Hot day at Hauser. Good day to work on your tan.
And also your hydration. Thought I'd see more people holding some cold beverages in their hands. There's one. That's a Notre Dame fan doing it. He's
been to the linebacker a few times, I'm sure. If you know, you know. That's the only way I'll say that.
Yep.
Dylan Passo leads this off with a hard shot to first that Putnam handles.
Again, great job from Beard getting that leadoff guy out.
First pitch strike to Brandon Logan. Unfortunate moment for Logan in the last inning, losing the fly ball in center field. Originally committed to play baseball at Vanderbilt before Notre Dame gave him the opportunity to do both. Play baseball and football. How nice of a job has Marcus Freeman done on the gridiron
Tell you what.
over there in South Bend.
He
He
sure
has
has.
revived that program. Now a full count. It's the part of the game for Beard when it has not gone right for him, has compounded, is the number of full counts he finds himself in. Georgia Tech really gave him trouble. That time able to go to the changeup to get the strikeout. But the efficiency is something I think as they turn the page. We'll take another look at this.
And you see this changeup here. Perfect pitch, starts in the bottom of the zone, drops out. But what you were talking about, you were getting some of those Georgia Tech guys spitting at that pitch right there and laying off. So, I mean, it made it hard when Beard doesn't get those swings at that pitch. That's where he wants that pitch to be. It makes it tough for him sometimes, and that's when that pitch count can start jumping up on him.
No doubt. And for example, NC State 3 2/3 innings, it took 96 pitches. Duke 5 innings, took 101 pitches. 5 innings against Virginia, took 97 pitches.
Yeah.
And Georgia Tech ran him out of the game after 4 2/3 at 86 pitches. And the walks became an issue, right, in those outings. 4 walks against NC State, 4 against Virginia, 2 against Georgia Tech with a hit batsman as well.
Well, it's kind of like what we talked about with Mendez from last year to this year. Mendez adding that cutter in there, able to get early contact, quick outs, so it helps his pitch count.
And then the question becomes, is the trade-off in a good way? You give up a couple of solo homers because you're attacking, but you're saving your pitch count and you work deeper into games.
Yep.
As a 3-1 here, hit hard on the ground. Fisher's got it, letting his defense work. And the inning is over. Beard's been plenty efficient today through 5. Florida State leads 8-2 as we move to the 6th. Florida State leading 8-2. As we move to the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Eli Putnam, Carter McCulley, and Braden Dowd for Florida State. 8-9-1. There's Putnam. Eli so far today, a line out and a pop out. Did hit his 6th home run yesterday in game 1. So Caden Kroll will pitch here for Notre Dame. See him finishing up his warm-up tosses.
This is a guy I thought we might see start tomorrow.
He's been used as a weekend starter for much of this season. Actually got the start on Tuesday against Valparaiso in the midweek. 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. They love the upside of Caden Kroll. Different pronunciation from the Wyatt Crowell that Florida State had.
So it's just Kroll.
Kroll. Pronunciation guide says K-R-O-L-L.
Kroll.
But spelled the same way as Wyatt Crowell. Putnam driving it to center field. Back it goes. There it goes. 400-foot bomb for Eli Putnam to the deepest part of the park. And a second home run of the weekend for Putnam, who's starting to find his power here in the middle of April.
I'll tell you what, that was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball that he turned around in a hurry. 107 off the bat, 420 feet. He gets a fastball belt high and just does not miss it. He knew it as soon as he hit it, too.
Seventh home run of the season for Putnam. And his 6th in ACC play. Back-to-back days with a home run. Had to be careful not to get overexcited just in case Brandon Logan couldn't find the ball in center field. Wanted to make sure we're not fooled. That one, though, over the wall.
Well, it definitely didn't fool Eli. He knew it as soon as he hit it.
That's why y'all, though, when you do play-by-play, you got to pace with the ball. You don't want to scream out of your voice immediately out of your throat. I've been burned on that before. You think something's gone, it hits the wall, or you think something is a lazy fly ball that keeps going.
Yep. Especially sometimes when they get it up there with the wind blowing the way it does, too. So
there's a strikeout of McCulley for Kroll.
That's a good breaking ball there from Kroll. Good response here. Good slider, back foot, kind of. Good pitch.
That ball hit hard, right back up the middle.
And you saw
Dowd put away.
You saw Dowd's reaction as soon as he hit that ball. He was 3 steps down the line, head goes back like, really, again?
Williams batting from the right side.
I think Dowd needs to figure something out because he's had 3 balls scorched up the middle this weekend for outs. That would normally be base hits if guys are playing in normal positions. These coaches and coaching staffs are learning and positioning their players pretty well.
Now swing and a miss. Strikeout of Williams. That ends the inning. 9-2 Florida State. Florida State leads 9-2. Here as we move to the top of the 6th. For more on the Noles, we go down to Ansley.
Every season comes along with adversity, and between a tough on-the-road schedule and injuries, it's certainly been the case for Florida State, but belief is at an all-time high. I spoke with Braden Dowd, who told me this is a group of guys that genuinely love each other. Some of their favorite memories aren't even from the baseball field. They're from going to away series, eating hotel breakfast together. And I sit right next to the dugout, and I know a lot of teams talk about that culture, but you got to believe that this Florida State team has it based on how we've seen them come together Tuesday and yesterday, guys.
They're going to need it, right? As they continue to move on this season. It's not easy to lose a player like Miles Bailey, who arguably was the best player in the ACC. No doubt about it on Florida State's team. And now you're reinventing yourself, but to be able to do that and have success, you're going to have everybody bought in together.
Yep. And that's it. I mean, it's all about togetherness, and that's what's great about team sports. Everyone picking each other up.
2-2 pitch. Another strikeout, 8th of the day.
Another good changeup right here from Beard.
Shortstop, Notre.
See his numbers right there, 5 1/3, 8 punchies, no walks. Spot there on the fastball.
Down the line, oh. Underneath the glove of Putnam. That'll be extra bases for Coy. Felt like a playable ball for Putnam. Just really couldn't get down to scoop
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of, I think he thought maybe come up on him or something.
Those are tough too, you know. Right down the line, just inside the bag.
And
that's not his natural position.
I was going to say, still learning that position too as well.
Runner in scoring position, 1 down.
Good stop there by Shmela. Another good one. You can hear Link Jarrett there yelling for Nate to go talk to him, calm him down. Try to get him to reset right here.
Xavi, what was your process as a pitcher? Obviously, your defense saved you plenty of times with good plays, but there are times where you feel like you made a pitch and you felt like maybe the defense should have helped you out there. How do you compartmentalize that to go back in, refocus? Was there some kind of routine that you had? Was there a certain...
No, I mean, it's part of the game. You know that, I mean, you have to know as a pitcher, nobody's trying to make a mistake behind you. You have to let that go immediately. My biggest thing was to let the guy behind me know as soon as it happened, like, hey, don't worry about it shaking off. Here comes another one coming right to you. I wanted to make sure for him to realize I've got his back. Like, I know you're not out there trying to make that mistake. I got to go out there and keep producing, and I know you're going to make a big play for me later in the game. But if you sit there and shake your head or make it look like you're upset with him and do that stuff, then, man, they feed off that. And again, that comes down to being a team and working together with everybody, knowing that, hey, we're here together to try to support each other.
Well, Mike Capozzi definitely thinks this is needing more of a sense of urgency as he's coming out now to talk to Beard after the walk. There are some bodies in the Seminole bullpen.
Chris Kinnear getting loose in the pen.
It's a big inning for Trey Beard. We talked to Mike Capozzi earlier this week, and he said, look, I don't think it's a successful start for any of my pitchers unless they give me at least 6. He says, I don't care if you're giving up 1 earned run, 2 earned runs.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. If you can't get me through 6, that's not a quality start in my book.
Yeah.
And that's been Beard's issue for the last 3 or 4 starts, has been that pitch count starts to rise on him, and he can't give Florida State 6.
Right.
Which does, in turn, make you go to your bullpen a little bit faster than you want to. And it doesn't starting to move.
Yeah, and then it doesn't help when you make a pitch and you don't get the call.
Got to be careful with Bino Waters. There's a strike. Fair ball. Just inside the third base line. Williams will hustle it back in. Run scores. And Notre Dame able to get run number 3. Waters is having himself an afternoon.
And again, tough break too. You make a pitch right there. He inside outs the swing and just keeps it right inside the bag for a base hit. Good piece of hitting, but at the same time as a pitcher, you feel like you made your pitch. He was keeping his hands inside it and able to fight it off really and just get it down that line.
It's an RBI double for Waters. Makes it 9-3. There's a fastball from Beard at 94. Best we've seen today.
Yeah, and already at an pitch 89. That's actually a really good sign to see. See, that's the thing sometimes with that changeup. You want to be able to throw it sometimes in the zone for a strike. And I know he's trying to get swings and misses, but sometimes you don't want to be too cute with it.
Now the 1-1.
There it is right there.
Much better pitch. And Prstevich almost fell out of his shoes. One-two pitch to the plate. Change up. Oh boy, that ball had eyes. That's going to score 2 runs. And how quickly an outing can turn.
And you talk about it right here. I mean, this ball's not hit well at all. 86 miles an hour. Exit velo, but again, just placed right.
And here comes the slow walk from Shmela. Might be buying some time. This could be it.
And Beard knows it too. And
last time Trey Beard went at least 6 innings was March 14th against Wake Forest. Since then, 3 2/3, 5 innings, 4 2/3, and 5 1/3 today. And there's the move made. That's going to be it for Beard. Really was dominant through 5, and the 6 just got away from him. What we thought would be a pitcher's duel today has turned into a bit of an offensive shootout. 9-5, Chris Kinnear in the ball game. We'll be right back. Notre Dame fighting their way back in, the way the Irish do. 3 runs in the top of the 6th have made it 9-5. And Florida State will turn to Chris Kinnear on the bump. A veteran, the junior from Jensen Beach, 5'11", 182. See Kinnear's numbers, 13th appearance.
And that's a big improvement you're seeing this year from Kinnear. The strikeout to walk ratio, much better this year. Jace Lee with a runner at first and 1 down.
First pitch, fastball, 92. Knowles go to a right-hander in Kinnear, who last pitched against Stetson on Tuesday, 4 hits and an earned run in 2 innings on 29 pitches. That one fouled back. Kinnear's last long relief, truly, was at Virginia on April 2nd. 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, a couple strikeouts.
Good pitch there. Good job laying off, too, though, as well.
Another base hit. Notre Dame continuing to claw its way back. Runners on first and second now with 1 down.
Yeah,
good looking swing there from Lee.
It was, but location again on the pitch. Pitch is up, not where you want it right there. Lee does a great job not trying to do too much and going the other way with it. And one thing that's tough, especially for righties, going away to a righty, you don't want to be up. And if you're up, you better get it way up away, because that's just a quick path to get to that. Easy to get the barrel to the ball.
Really like Jace Lee as a potential prospect for Notre Dame out there in right field. Dylan Passo at the plate. Fouls it off, 0-2.
Yeah, we got to see his arm yesterday as well. Got to show it off. He's got some power. He's got 7 home runs on the year.
Yeah, good-looking athlete and rounding his game into a complete baseball player now for Notre Dame. Swing and a miss for out number 2.
That's
the ladder.
Yeah, that's a great location there on the 0-2 pitch. Enter third, up, chest high. A great vertical there on this pitch. You see that pitch right there. That's beautiful location from Kinnear.
First pitch a little outside there to Brandon Logan. How about this, Chavi? North Carolina run rules Georgia Tech today, 14-4 in 8 innings.
Wow.
Wow.
What was the final yesterday?
5-2 Carolina.
So it was a good game.
This league on any given night, you just never know.
Yep.
One misses. 2-1. Notre Dame's team started ACC playoff very hot. Won their first 2 series of the year on the back of the way Jack Riddell was pitching. Now the last 3 series haven't gone their way. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And Sean Stifler told us if we can just find 1 game this weekend, perhaps 2, it could change the course of our season and our resume moving through the month of April.
Yeah, and he's right. But you said they've run into some really good pitching here lately, too.
Yeah, he talked to us about that. He said in this league, what we've had to go through, when you think about NC State and Carolina and Virginia and Florida State.
Yeah, they got NC State before their injuries happened, so they got to face their best.
Full count. Just misses. Bases are loaded.
Crowd not happy with that call. Good job by Shamela framing that up. A little off.
Jamie Z.
Most important at bat to date for Notre Dame in this game. It's Jamie Z batting in the 9-hole because top of the order is next, with Drew Berkland and Noah Coy. Shmela out to the mound. Again, some bodies in the Knowles bullpen. Looks like John Abraham.
Yep.
And now here comes Mike Opposey. I think we're going to get a move here to John Abraham. Florida State sensing they need their best bullpen arm to try and close out the series. Early in the game, looked like the Noles were headed to potentially another run rule victory. And give Notre Dame credit. They fought. They've put together some good at-bats in a row, and they've made this thing interesting. And now Florida State might have to burn its best arm of the weekend out of the bullpen.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this.
We'll see what Mike Opposey does. There it is.
It's time for a Milwaukee call for the bullpen.
We're going to go down back to Ansley for more on Florida State.
Link Jarrett called Johnny Abraham the Swiss Army knife. He can do anything for them. He's a capable guy and has been used to help them evade a mess, finish a game, and string something along so that they can get to the end. And with the experience and confidence, the power of his breaking pitch, he's capable and available anytime. And they even talked about him potentially starting Sunday. But now seeing him today, he told me before the season there's no nerves going into it. He's just excited to watch his guys compete together and excited for them to strive as one all towards the same goal. So excited to see what he can put out.
Yeah, good stuff, Ansley. And to her point exactly, Florida State was hoping to have Abraham available tomorrow. With Bryson Moore in question, they don't know if they can get Bryson Moore his start this week after Link Jarrett said, he's battling a little bit of an oblique. They rested Cooper Whited as much as they could. He only pitched about 30 pitches in his start on Tuesday to have him available in the back half of the weekend. But ideally, the Noles would have had John Abraham available tomorrow. And at 9-2, you felt like that plan was coming perfectly in place. But now, first things first, you got to secure a weekend and a series. And Chris Kinnear didn't come in and throw strikes consistently, and so you got to go to Abraham, who's been one of the best relievers. I'd argue the best reliever in the ACC this season.
Yeah, he definitely has. I would have liked to have seen Kinnear get one more hitter, to be honest with you. I thought that last pitch was pretty close and went all over the place. But, this is a decision they feel comfortable with, and he's a guy who can come in and he can shut the door. He can finish this game out and secure this win and secure this series.
Bases are loaded full of Irish. Jamie Z, first pitch into left field. That's going to score at least one. Williams, throw to the plate, slide, tag, and he's out. One run does score to make it 9-6, but Williams a frozen rope. Take a look at this throw.
Great throw. Good job not cutting the ball. Good job by Shimano with a tag. It looks like they are going to review this.
Yeah, right at the end there, the Notre Dame coaching staff wanted to at least check it. Don't blame them. That's a big moment in this game. That would have made it 9-7.
Right. good call. It looks like he hit the ground in front of the plate, hand bounced up, tag got him beforehand. It's a much better view here. Good job by the camera crew here. I don't know if he ever touches home plate, period.
Now, Chavez, did Shmela ever tag him?
Well,
and then he never reapplied a tag.
But the guy calls him out. So my question is, I wish Shmela would have gone ahead and just tagged him again, just to make sure, because I don't know if he ever touches home. And I don't know if he ever tagged him. I mean, it's almost like his hand bounces over the plate. See, I don't think his hand's on the ground there. I think it's in the air. And I can't tell if Shmela's tagging him or not. It's tough. But at least we know the call on the field is out. Great job right here by our camera crew. Right between the umpire's legs, you're able to see. Right there, his hand is not touching the plate. It's elevated. I don't think he touches home.
So the umpiring crew back out there. So they are going to confirm out, and the inning will come to an end. So Chase Williams hoses the runner at the plate, but one run does score to make it 9-6. We will go to the bottom of the sixth at Hauser. We've got ourselves a good game here in game two. Florida State leading 9-6 over Notre Dame as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Let's take another look at the throw home from Williams. Strong throw to the plate. Cal Fisher does a nice job too.
Yeah, great job letting this ball go, and that's the communication part there. The catcher would tell him to cut if he wants him to. Good job by Shmela. Not being in the pathway, which could have been called, but if the ball takes you there, he can do that. He did a great job of that, moving with the ball and then becoming a chance to block that plate just a bit. Good baseball.
4 spot for Notre Dame in the top of the sixth. So they got their crooked number, their first of the weekend. They're putting the pressure back on Florida State. It is a really good offense Notre Dame has. One of the more underrated units in the ACC. And now it'll be up to Caden Kroll, who gave up a solo home run to Putnam back in the bottom of the fifth to try and keep this thing within striking distance. Hunter Carnes will lead it off. It's a 2-1 count to the Seminoles' designated hitter today.
Good pitch.
2-2. Kroll's best outing in ACC play came against Duke on the road in early March, as a strikeout of Carnes records out number 1.
You see right here, looks like a little slider. Good pitch. Carnes just swinging right over the top of it.
First pitch strike. There's Shmela at 94.
I'm surprised he'd call that on the catcher right there, especially on a pitch up that he hadn't been calling for a strike all game.
Popped up into right field. And squeezed there by Lee.
Now Cole coming out and doing what you're supposed to do after what we talked about Beard was doing early in the game. Get a crooked number, 2 quick outs.
Stutzer first pitch, fouls it away. And it's 0-1. Stutzer a couple of RBI hits. Today, he's 2 for 3. Stutz's average now hovering around 300 at 296. One to Stutzer. Fouled back.
That foul ball is presented by Renewal by Anderson, Windows and Doors.
94 from Kroll. It really does jump on you as well.
Yeah, got that 3/4 arm slot. That one 95. Bumped up on that one even more.
He's got serious spin rate as well. 2,600 on the fastball that time.
Yep.
And the 2-2. Stutzer reaches out, stays alive. He punches this one foul. Caden Kroll, son of Jim Kroll, who played 13 years of professional baseball in the Reds, Phillies, Marlins, and Blue Jays organizations.
And actually played with Jeremy Salazar.
Strike 3 inside corner. One, two, 3 inning for Kroll and the Irish. They're back in the dugout. Down just 3.
Yeah, great job by Kroll here. Dotting this fastball in the inside corner, freezing Stutzer up. Getting the Irish back in there to try to get some more runs on the board.
Florida State leads Notre Dame 9-6. 9 runs on 9 hits for Florida State, 6 runs on 8 hits for Notre Dame. Top of the order for the Irish, working against John Abraham. Oh boy. That one slipped.
I'd say so.
That one does catch Berkland, and he's going to go to first.
Yeah, that breaking ball just backed up on him, too.
Shortstop, number 11, Noah Coy.
Abraham to the plate to Coy, shows bunt, lays it down. Abraham bare hands, it has to hurry through it. Wide of the bag, everyone's safe.
Great hustle from Coy here down the line. Abraham, that's one of those ones, if you're going to barehand it, you can't shuffle throw either. It's just plant and throw as you field it.
Pitcher number 19, Mark Quattroni.
See here, he fields it. He takes that extra shuffle. That's what cost him.
First pitch, strike to Quattroni. Mark Quattroni hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the first. Struck out in the 4th, a walk in the 6th. Check down to first. Cotrani did not go. Cotrani back-to-back Ivy League first team honors with Cornell prior to making his way to South Bend.
Really good sinker here from Abraham. 93, diving in hard underneath his hands.
Strikeout there. First out of the inning.
Abraham going to that signature breaking ball of his. See the depth on this pitch right here. Great location too. Started on the black. Got away with one there. Hanging breaking ball there. Waters was swinging for the circus tent.
The 0-1 hit the other way, foul.
Breaking ball again there.
Earlier today, Waters' 8th home run of the season. Opposite field shot that went over 400 feet. Oh-2 on the ground to second. To the bag for one. Throw across. They'll say safe. Waters was flying down the line. Putnam tried to sell it.
And Link's going to challenge it.
Florida State going to use the challenge.
Florida State is challenging the St. Paul first base is played under review. It's time for a sun-stop official review.
Good call. Be safe.
Not a particularly hard-hit ball to the second baseman, McCulley.
Yeah, it makes it a tough one. And I mean, Frazier got rid of it quick and put something on it for sure, too. But Waters really busted it down the line. Good hustle.
Here come the umpires. Give it a fielder's choice. Florida State out of challenges now.
Third baseman Parker Brusevich.
Got to give the Irish a lot of credit. They have really put traffic on the base pads against Florida State now each of the last 3 innings. Have not made it easy. That's the one thing about Sean Stifler's group. Continuing to fight this season. That one bounces in there to Brusevich. And some of the results have not gone their way. Obviously, we talked about that earlier. They had lost a ton of ACC games in a row, but you look at some of the scores, and they're not cakewalks for teams.
No, they're not.
Check back to first. Took a game from Virginia in game 2 last weekend, 5-3. Lost game 1, 8-4, and it was a 4-4 game heading into the 9th inning of that one, to the top of the 9th. So that close to a series victory against Virginia. This 1-0 finds the zone.
Change up there.
The weekend prior, they lose 7-3 twice and 7-6 in Game 3 at NC State. And the weekend prior, they got swept at home by North Carolina, but lost 6-5, 13-7, and 15-10.
The offense has been there for them for the most part.
It's been a lot of close losses that have been frustrating for Sean Stifler's group. And he told us, he said, I think we're a little shook right now. We're a young team trying to figure ourselves out. And when you lose that many close games, you don't necessarily handle it well. He said, we desperately need a good result for the overall vibe of the clubhouse.
Yeah, and it does help. And you saw it help FSU.
They have scratched and clawed today. Runner goes. He'll have second base as it's ball 2. Waters moves into scoring position. And they really made headways, did the Irish, with a sweep of then number 19 ranked Clemson back in late March, winning 3 games in South Bend against the Tigers. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string. And that's what John Abraham can do. Extinguishes the threat here in the 7th. Remains 9-6.
Yeah, and Abraham really here showing his arsenal. He going to the changeup here, right on right. Great pitch, getting the Noles back in the dugout. Noles trying to respond with some runs of their own.
Another strong crowd here at Dick Hauser Stadium. One of the best average attendance year in and year out in college baseball. Had 5,700 yesterday, probably pushing that number again today. It's been such a great home field advantage for the Noles, who are 18-3 this season, playing in front of their fans.
Yeah, it's been great this weekend so far. It's been packed house pretty much.
Florida State trying to close out a series victory. Lost their only series so far this season. Last weekend on the road at Georgia Tech.
Well, now it's happening to Georgia Tech this weekend.
Welcome to life in the ACC.
There you go.
Yeah, I was talking to Bradley Smart at D1Baseball.com. Good friend of ours has been on this show and has come into the booth here. The ACC could have 5 different regional hosts, potentially 6, could get 10 teams, maybe 11 into the regionals. And you're talking a chance to have 3 that are top 8s,
yeah,
if it all shakes out well.
That's saying a lot, too. I mean, SEC, you figure, is going to get that at least 2 as well.
Yeah, they had 4 ACC teams in their top 10 of their top 25 rankings. And you look at Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Florida State, Virginia, and what this league has become. It really has always been, even to the point dating back to when you played in the late 90s and early 2000s, you guys held the mantle for most of it, but the investment has continued to grow too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and it's always been great competition, like you said, and it's just gotten better every single year. Then you start looking at it from top to bottom, and it's as good as anyone. I mean, I get it, everyone's going to scream SEC, but last year, if you looked at postseason, you probably have to look the other way.
Look at the successes of Florida State in their program. They'll let you know all around the park. Fisher off the end of the bat. It's going to hang up long enough for Logan to get there.
I'll tell you what, Logan plays a very, very shallow center field. This is just kind of off the end of the bat, but you see already right there, we're going to get it. Logan's shallow.
One down in the inning. To speak to the strength of the ACC, Chris Chavez, 12 teams with an RPI as Frazier trying to beat this to the bag, and he does. That is well done.
That's as good as it gets on a drag bunt. I mean, that is literally placement-wise as good as it gets.
It's his second hit of the game.
Yeah, he forced the first baseman to go get that. As soon as the first baseman made that move, there was no way he wasn't getting to first.
First baseman, number 26,
Check to first base as you see the bunt there from Frazier on your screen. He's back in there safe. 12 teams in the top 75 of the RPI in the ACC.
There you go. I mean, that's...
You don't play bad competition.
No.
Any weekends. No
Nope.
one's really an RPI killer. I mean, the two teams right now in the hundreds are only Louisville and Stanford. Everybody else...
And that's hard to believe with Louisville. I mean, and Stanford. I mean, if you think, but I just think the competition over there on the West Coast for their non-conference is not as good as it used to be.
They've lost a lot of good players, too, that have moved on to play on at different schools. Stanford and Cal just not spending the money in the NIL worlds to keep some of these guys. That ball was scorched. Could be two, though. And it is.
Yeah, that one hurt a little bit there.
And Noah Coy shaken up at short. That ball hit right off his chest, but they're able to still turn the 6-4-3. 108 exit velocity from Putnam there as we take another look.
And you see this ball right here, and he just puts his body right in front of it. He was like, this thing's not getting by me. Makes it play. Good turn. Good job by the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Get back in the dugout trying to get some more runs to make this game even closer.
The contest. 9-6 game. That's why the Noles had turned to John Abraham. So far, he's gone an inning and a third in relief. 2 hits allowed, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He'll face the 6, 7, and 8 of the Irish in the top of the 8th. Jace Lee, Dylan Passo, Brandon Logan. First pitch strike to Lee, second pitch. On the ground, Putnam's got it that time. Was playing that perfectly. It was a hot shot from Lee at 105 exit velocity. But Putnam able to record the first out of the inning.
Yeah, they had that shift over, and look at, he's almost playing at second base position. Gets a nice easy hop. Takes it himself for the first out.
First pitch strike, 95 on the outside corner from Abraham. Chami, what have you liked most about the evolution of what John Abraham has become?
I think more just the maturity of him on the mound, handling the moment, you know, being able to locate multiple pitches, whether it's the fastball, the breaking ball, which is what he's always had, adding the changeup in more. He's just showing his whole repertoire. And then even now with the fastball, he goes four seam and he's got the sinker.
Check swing. Oh, they say he didn't go around.
I think that's a good call. I don't think he went. Fans obviously don't agree.
Here's the 1-2. Foul back.
There's that changeup.
Abraham's given up just 3 earned runs all season. 1 against Georgia Tech, 1 against Duke, and 1 on opening day against James Madison. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out.
And see, I love him doubling up right here on the changeup. This one he throws it, starts at the bottom of the zone, gets it to move out of the zone, gets a swing and miss. Great pitch, great location. are trying to slow it down, get Abraham out of his rhythm.
It's been a huge advantage for Florida State to have Abraham, who they did extend in the preseason, to be able to start. But now they've used him extended relief just about every time he comes out, and he can really bridge entire weekends for you. Usually after Wes Mendez, they brought him in those close ones. Today they bring him in after Beard. The ability to go 3-4 innings.
Yeah.
Huge for the Noles.
And it is, and it's whether or not get you one victory or to solidify a weekend.
Talking to some folks in the dugout, and it feels like, you know, if you have the lead when Abraham comes in, you're almost guaranteed a victory the way he has pitched this season. He will keep that lead.
And you feel that, and you want to feel that way, but you also at the same time don't want to take it for granted as your hitters come to bat, you're not getting the ABs that they need to be having.
Fisher collects that foul ball. 1-1 here to Logan. Couple strikeouts for Logan today. He did walk in the 6th, part of a 4-run inning for the Irish. Two-one. Now 3-0. This is the bottom of the Irish order. Jamie Z, the 9-hole hitter, is up next. And the 3-1. Overcooked it, and it's a walk. First walk for Abraham.
Jamie Z.
Breaking ball, strike one.
Good pitch there. Jamie actually welcomed Abraham to the game with a base hit. First batter he faced.
Oh, one to the second baseman, Z. Little off at 94. Saw Schmela try to bring it back in. It was close.
Little off.
One catches a piece, fouls it back, and it's 1-2.
And the last two breaking balls he's thrown to Jamie right here, his spin rate's been off the charts. Two best breaking balls he's thrown all day.
One-two, runner goes. No throw down on ball 2. Full count. Drew Berkland, top of the order, is the tying run. He hit a home run in the first. Critical pitch here from Abraham due to Jamie Z. Logan at second, bottom of your screen. Full count. And it's back-to-back walks. Really the only chink in Abraham's armor over the last couple of outings is the walks. Yeah. He's had 2 or more now in 3 straight outings.
Yeah, that was some of the issues he had in the past, in his past 2 seasons.
Boy, that's a blunder by the home plate umpire.
Yeah. Oh, and now he's calling a pitch clock violation.
Yeah, he didn't handle that well.
No.
Tried to stop the game. Neither batter nor pitcher were ready for it. The thing there is you can get somebody injured for things like that. Not just Abraham throwing, but Berkland then swung and made contact.
Yeah.
On a play that nobody was really ready for. So it is a pitch clock violation. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count. Just foul there. That would have been extra bases and maybe 2 more runs for the Irish. Count even at a ball and a strike. 2 on, 2 down. To the leadoff man. Now it's 2-1. Noah Coy is on deck. Hitters count to Berkland. Check swing. Yes, he did. He did go around.
Yeah, good call. He went past the plate.
Pitch number 39 due from Abraham. In a 2-2 count to Drew Berkland, the leadoff man. On the ground to short. Frazier, couple pumps, and he throws over to first. Side is retired. John Abraham able to escape any damage. Knowles by 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Game 2 in Tallahassee has had more offense from both teams. Berkland led off with a homer. And then Brandon Logan lost the ball in the sun. Stutzer gets a couple of ribbies there. Bino Waters left the yard for Notre Dame 2. And then Chavez, how about Putnam? Second home run in as many days.
Yeah, dead center, getting the Knowles, taking the lead up, but Fighting Irish comes fighting back.
An RBI single that could have been 2 runs. And Williams with a strong throw to end the inning. And we're at 9-6 as we look at the game summary. First pitch to Carter McCulley, 9-hole hitter. Going to be followed by the top of the order in Dowd and Williams. McCulley 1 for 3 today with a single in the second. Here's the 0-1. Misses inside. Now 1-2 as he fouls it back. Caden Kroll's done a nice job coming on in relief. 3 innings officially as he begins his 4th. 1 earned run on the Putnam homer, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Perhaps working his way back into the rotation for Notre Dame as he picks up strikeout number 5.
Yeah, another good slider from him there. Good location with it. But you talked about it. The big thing for him is no walks. You see this slider here. Great pitch. Over the plate, but down. Gets McCulley to swing over the top. Yeah, but Kroll came in with 21 walks in 33 innings, so no walks right here is a big move for him.
First pitch strike. 2 down. Dowd is 0 for 3 officially. He did walk in the second. Fooled that time, and it's 0-2. But as it feels like we've said a lot with Dowd. 2 ground outs, both hit very hard.
Yeah, they've positioned him defensively very well.
Looked overmatched that time. You got to give credit there to Kroll. That was easy.
And he's been lights out right now. Other than that home run, see it again. Going with that slider again. Great pitch. And the location of it was so good.
First pitch misses, down and in. And for Caden Kroll, 6 strikeouts, ties his career high that he set earlier this week against Valparaiso in the midweek action. Slow chopper, it's foul. Couple hits for Williams today. There's strike 2.
I mean, the slider is just giving the Noles fits. Whether it's getting them, throwing it out of the zone, swinging over, or freezing them.
Chase has been on base 3 times. 4 stolen bases today as well. Chopper to second. Gloved on a leap by Jamie Z. And Caden Kroll has been phenomenal in relief for Notre Dame. The Irish have 3 outs and 1 last chance left here in game 2. Florida State leads 9-6. 3 outs from securing an ACC series victory over Notre Dame. The Irish will send Noah Coy, Mark Quattrani, Bino Waters, 2, 3, and 4 to the plate here with their last chance. Abraham behind 2-0. Coy has been on base 3 times. A double and a single to go along with a hit by pitch. There's a strike. And it's 2-1. Abraham 1 pitch away from walking the leadoff man. And he does walk.
Yeah, not even close really there.
That's the 3rd walk for Abraham.
Next up for Notre Dame, pitcher number 19, Mark Quattrani.
Now Quattrani. First pitch, swing and a miss. In on his hands.
Yeah, that's that good two-seamer right there from Abraham.
On the ground and into left field. Tying run will come to the plate.
Good piece of hitting from Catrani there, keeping his hands inside, able to turn on it. Another two-seamer in, but he was able to keep his hands inside.
The Irish have now matched Florida State with 10 hits. But they've left 7 men on base today. Trying to bring a couple home here as Bino Waters, 3 for 4. First pitch strike. Trying to extend the game or take the lead. Oh, one swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Great pitch there. Went back to that breaking ball, but located that one down over the plate, out of the zone. Over 3,000 spin rate on that one.
And the 0-2. Loops into center field, down, started back. But it hung up there long enough for him to glide in for the catch. 1 down. Boy, off the bat, that just seemed like a dying duck.
Yeah, they just had too much air. That wind picking back up, blowing out dead center.
Parker Brestevich. 2 on, 1 down in the 9th. On the ground. Frazier, oh, it's between his glove. That's going to score a run.
Yeah, that one right between his legs. I don't know if Fisher cutting in front, trying to field it. Kind of threw him off for a second, but.
They are going to give Frazier an error.
No, it's 100% an error, but, you know. Getting the ground ball that you want. I mean, you hit that to Frazier 10 times, he's making it 9 out of 10. Probably 9.9 out of 10.
So Noah Coy scores. That makes it 9-7. Mason Barth on your screen will pinch run for Brestevich. What's this conversation on the mound?
I just think kind of settling everything down just a little bit after the air and telling him, hey, Deuce, just keep doing, get a ground ball right here. Let's roll it. Obviously letting him know, too, what we got this guy out on last time. And
now Jace Lee at the plate. First pitch. Offers at it and fouls it back.
hanging breaking ball there. Got away with one.
Jace had 19 game on-base streak snapped yesterday. Started a new one today with a single in the 6th. Abraham's 0-1. On the ground to Fisher. He's going to go to the bag at second for one. The turn! Double play! Florida State takes the series.
Tell you what, that's as good as it gets turning a double play like that. That was beautiful. Well, they're going to review it, but I don't think it's going to change. Fisher does a great job here, jab stepping back, and gives a great feed to McCulley, and McCulley gets rid of it so quick. He does. They bang, bang, but they just get him.
You can't blame Notre Dame for trying. You got one challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Use it.
You got to use it.
Especially since that would end the game.
Yeah.
The Irish have spent so much energy and have looked really good working their way back into the game. Had the leading run at the plate there in Lee and the tying run at first. As it stands, it would be a 5-4-3 double play. Here's our look right there, and he does look out.
Yeah, he's got him. But I mean, again, like you said, you gotta challenge it.
Yeah, maybe that's not a challenge in the second inning of this game, but in the ninth,
it's a
you got to use it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, that is, McCulley got rid of that ball so quick at second base. And a great job by Fisher, too, starting it.
And that all but confirms it there.
There you go.
And so a 5-4-3 double play finishes off Game 2 for Florida State. A 16-run affair between the two teams, 20 hits combined. But John Abraham comes in relief and does what he's done all year long. And he shuts the door on the Irish. Florida State enough offense early on. And the Seminoles have an ACC series victory looking for the sweep tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, you come in tomorrow, might be Johnny Holstaff. You don't know for the Noles and for Notre Dame. Not sure what we're going to get. But both of them, it'd be a big win for Notre Dame to get. It'd be a big sweep for the Noles if they get it.
All right, we're going to step aside here. We're going to talk to Chase Williams. He'll be down with Ansley after we come back. Florida State takes Game 2 and the series. Finishing touches here at Hauser, 9-7. Florida State beats Notre Dame. Let's go down to the field. Chase Williams is with Ansley.
Chase, this group able to get the bats going early in the game. How did you take advantage of what they were throwing?
I mean, yeah, the guy on the mound was good, so we made an emphasis, get out there and attack first pitch early and often.
And then you obviously making a huge emphasis with that throw home to get him out. But I want to talk about the 4 stolen bases. I saw you eating some watermelon in the dugout. What's the trick to that speed?
A lot of yoga, a lot of stretching. But nah, I've been slumping when about the steals, so it was good to get out there and get some bags.
We thought today was going to be a pitcher's duel, but it turned into an offensive battle. How important was it to seal the deal on this one?
I mean, really good. I mean, y'all have seen our offense. We've been high at points, we've been low at points, so it was really good getting the bats going early.
Thanks, Chase. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Ansley, good stuff. Florida State fans going home happy. 9-7 here today. Chavi, final thoughts. I think offensively, you've now seen 11 runs, 9 runs from a Florida State attack. Without Miles Bailey starting to figure some things out. A lineup 2 days in a row that's been the same, having success.
Yeah, I mean, and the bullpen came in, did the job. Abraham came in and did well. Shut it down like he has all year. But the biggest key, I think, for FSU is getting that series win, going ahead and finishing it. Tomorrow, like I said, man, it could be another slugfest tomorrow. We don't know.
Bring the bats
But then
tomorrow.
again, we thought it was going to be a pitching duel today, and it wasn't. So
No
who
doubt
knows?
about it. Good stuff, Chavi. For everybody here at the ballpark, for Ansley Topchik and Chris Chavez, I'm Mario Masudi. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 1 o'clock, right back here on ACC Network Extra. Enjoy your Saturday.